Hello and welcome. Some of the most powerful stories in Scripture are about how God shows up in the most unexpected moments. And today, we're diving into one of the big ones, Jacob's dream at Bethel. It's an incredible story of how God meets us, not when we're at our best, but when we've hit rock bottom. So, our story kicks off not with some triumphant hero, but with a fugitive, out in the middle of nowhere. This is Jacob, and he's just tricked his own family, he's on the run, and he is completely alone. His bed is the hard ground, and his pillow is literally just a stone. Now, to really get what happens next, we have to understand just how bad things are for Jacob. This isn't some casual road trip. He is running for his life, fleeing from the fury of his brother Esau, who he has just cheated out of his birthright and blessing. Just try to put yourself in his shoes for a second. He's been sent away from home, he's got a long, dangerous journey ahead of him, and he knows his brother wants him dead. He is totally isolated, totally vulnerable. And it's right here, in this moment of complete darkness and despair, that he lays his head down on that rock to sleep. And it's in this desolate, lonely place that Jacob's entire world gets flipped upside down. As he's sleeping, God just peels back the curtain between heaven and earth and gives him a vision that is going to change the course of his life forever. Can you just imagine seeing this? It's not just some rickety ladder. The scripture says a stairway, a real, solid bridge connecting our world right up to God's throne. And the angels moving up and down, that shows this is a place of constant traffic, a busy hub of activity between heaven and earth. It's like a direct, open line of communication. But this vision is so much more than just an amazing sight, because standing at the very top of that stairway is the Lord himself, and he speaks directly to Jacob. Now, you'd think Jacob's about to get a lecture for all the deceiving he's done, right? But that's not what happens. Not at all. Instead, God reaffirms this powerful generational promise. This is massive. This is the exact same three-part covenant that God had already made with Jacob's grandfather, Abraham, and his father, Isaac. The message couldn't be clearer. Jacob, you messed up, but you are still part of this plan. My story continues right through you. And if the big promises of land and legacy weren't enough, God gets deeply personal. He gives Jacob the one thing he desperately needed to hear in his fear and loneliness. I am with you. I will protect you wherever you go. I will not leave you. Wow, this is the promise that will become the anchor for Jacob's entire life. So Jacob wakes up. The dream is over, but its impact is just beginning. He's not just a scared fugitive anymore. He is now a man who has stood in the very presence of God, and that experience has completely shaken him to his core. You can just feel the mix of awe and, honestly, a little bit of fear in his voice. He realizes he literally stumbled onto a holy ground and had no idea. What he thought was just some random forgotten spot in the wilderness was actually a gateway, a direct portal to heaven. So what does he do? He takes that stone he'd been using as a pillow, props it up like a monument, and anoints it with oil. He needs to mark this place, to commemorate what happened here, and he gives it a name that says it all, Bethel, which literally means house of God. But Jacob's response doesn't stop there. He's been so moved by this incredible, undeserved grace that he makes a vow. It's his personal, heartfelt answer to the unbelievable promise God just handed him. Jacob basically lays out his side of the bargain. He says, okay, God, if you do what you promised, if you stay with me and protect me, then you will be my God, and this place will be a house of worship. And I will give back to you 1/10 of everything you give me. It's his pledge of allegiance. And this is the beautiful exchange at the very heart of this story. You have God reaching down with a promise that has no strings attached, it's totally unconditional, and then you have Jacob, a flawed human, reaching back up with a conditional vow. This moment at Bethel isn't the end of Jacob's struggles, not by a long shot, but it is the true beginning of his personal, real relationship with God. So, this all leaves us with a pretty powerful question for ourselves, doesn't it? We might not be running from our brothers or sleeping on stones, but we all go through our own wilderness seasons. We all have moments of fear and loneliness. So the question is, where are the unexpected places that God might be waiting to meet us, ready to reveal his presence and transform our journey forever?